Good morning to all. Today, we want to deal with the new unit, that is a semiconductor, insulator, and a superconductors. First, we'll begin with the unit that is a semiconductor. So, semiconductors are the types of materials. They are called as new generation materials, and because of semiconductors, there are several electronics materials have been emerged. In which I want to explain the definition of the semiconductors. Semiconductors are the materials which are having a conductivity in the range between a typical or perfect conductor, generally metals, and non-conductors, that is generally insulators like ceramics. Semiconductors can be a pure elements. The semiconductors may be a pure elements such as a silicon or germanium. Silicon and germanium are considered as a typical benchmark in the emerging field of a semiconductor. Or compounds such as galliums, arsenides, or cadmiums are the best example for this. In a process called doping. Doping means adding an impurity into the pure element or a pure materials, as I told earlier, like a silicon or germanium and or some other gallium like materials. A small amount of impurities are added to a pure semiconductors, casting a large change in the conductivity of the materials. So what happens when we add a doping into the doping agent into the material, that is it will boost or it will enhance the semiconductivity range or conductivity range in a semiconductor domain. Due to their role in the fabrication of the electronic devices, semiconductors are an important part of our lives. Imagine life without electronic device. We can't imagine life without electronic device. These would be radios, TVs, computers, video games, mobiles, and medical diagnostic equipments, etc. are the electronic devices. They are playing vital roles in our everyday life. Although many electronic devices could be made using a vacuum tube technology, the development in semiconductor technology during the 50 years have made an electronic devices smaller, faster, and more reliable, as well as more compatible, that it's a movable. We can say it as a movable device. Movable. Thinking for a minute of all accounts you have with the electronic devices, how many of the following have seen use the last 24 hours? There are several electronic devices around you. Each has important components that have been manufactured with electronic materials. Now we'll see what are the materials, what are the semiconductor materials. Solid state materials, they are commonly grouped into three cases or three categories. The solid state materials are commonly grouped into three classifications. There are insulators, semiconductors, and conductors. At low temperature, some conductors or semiconductors and insulators may become superconductors. It's a special case that we'll consider in our coming videos. Thank you.